What are your thoughts?
Okay. All right, here we go. All right, Pokemon Legends EA. So I was telling Christina that I could already see the light at the end of the tunnel of how I'm going to view this game and how I'm going to feel about this game when I'm done. And there's nothing wrong with how I'm going to feel about it personally. Is that and it makes sense because it's a Legends game, is that I feel like with how the game is set up, I'm probably going to feel the exact same way that I felt about Legends Arceus, of where I'm going to have a great time playing through the game because it's Pokemon. It's like new, it's fresh, it's a new game. I like Pokemon, but once I'm done, I will never touch this game again. Because I have not touched Legends one time since Legends Arceus. Since I did it. I did everything on Legends Arceus. Have not touched it one time since. It to me, it did not feel like it had replay value. And I kind of feel the same way with ZA, because there are things about it that I really like. I like the idea of being in this city and only the city, but I also don't like it. But the one thing I do like about it is that, like, in the anime and the animated movies, we always saw like these big cities, especially the movies. God forbid, they always went all out for the movies. These big cities where, people and Pokemon coexist in the cities and stuff. But obviously in the games, we never had that. So it is really cool to see this city and how like Pokemon and like people kind of coexist in the city. But like the whole and it works for this game, and it works for like my first time playing it with the wild zones and stuff, the wild areas of the city and stuff. But overall, I don't like it as a grand scheme thing. Like, I just prefer what like Legends Arceus was, even though technically all of the zones in Legend Arceus is like, if you combine them all together, technically ZA is bigger in technicalities. But this one just like it I don't like the idea of like just being confined to this city. And I know there is at least one other small area I'm gonna be able to go to later. I already got kind of spoiled on that. But I like the idea of the open like world, not an open city. You know what I mean? Like, of the normal gen games of what Legends Arceus was. I understand in terms of scale, like game scale, map size, I think ZA is just bigger. Even if you would take all the zones together from Arceus, this one is, I think, technically bigger. I saw someone say that. I don't know. Like, it's a lot of fun. I'm having a blast, but I can already see the light at the end of the tunnel of where I'm never playing this game again. And that's fine. If I have a solid 8 out of 10 experience playing through it, there's nothing wrong with that. Even if it is main series, because it is considered main series. If Legends come out with a game like this that coexist with the gen games, and we get one of these every once in a while just to go through, play a story, have a great time. I've heard the ending of the story is incredible. I saw Joe from CRB referred to the ending at the same level of hype for him of Mass Effect 2. So that's good praise. I think as a standalone product, it's fine for a playthrough, like a playthrough of any video game. But it's just, Pokemon to me always has that, like, you look for replayability, right? I've played through Platinum multiple times. I've played through ORAS multiple times. I've played through X multiple times. I've played through Sword and Shield multiple times. Like, the replay Heart Gold Soul Silver, I'm sure you can relate to that one. Like, I've replayed games, Ruby Sapphire, replayed the replay. I don't feel like I'm going to have any ounce of replayability from this game, but I'm going to have a damn good time while I'm going through it for the first time. That's kind of where I'm at on it personally.
There's a big part of it that I want your opinion on.
Okay.
That you completely avoided there. What is your opinion on the battle system?
Yeah, the battle system. The battle system's fine. Again, when it comes to Legends games kind of doing their thing and existing.
You were talking a lot of like kind of praise, kind of just like, it is what it is there. Right. Man, it's like you didn't want to say it.
No, we were gonna talk about it. We have to. Look, I enjoy being creative, and I enjoy doing something different. And again, that's why I think I'm gonna enjoy my first playthrough of this. But I like my turn-based stuff, man. I like trademark Pokemon. That's just my preference. I like turn-based games in general. I think the battle system is fine for what it is for this one playthrough. It's a little annoying at times. I definitely get some glimpses of where it's not completely perfect, which you wouldn't expect it to be, of where I try to do a move and like Frogadier gets stuck on the smallest little ledge and he doesn't move forward to do the move and just fires the move into nothing. And I'm like, all right, bro. It's fine for what it is.
Other side of that is when you are a larger, when you have a larger Pokemon, trying to do a move against a smaller one.
Yeah.
Targeting sucks.
Yeah. It's targeting is not great. I appreciate them doing something different, and it's going to be fine for my one playthrough. And you know, I'm about 15 hours in right now. I feel like, you know, by the time I'm done with the game, I might not be a big fan of it anymore. You know, I feel like that's very possible, but it's fine for what it is for this playthrough. Like I said, I don't see myself ever playing this game again. Just like I've never played Legends Arceus again, but there's nothing wrong with that. I look back at Legends Arceus like that was a really fun Pokemon experience, and that's how I'm going to feel about ZA.
Yeah, I wanted you to start because I had a feeling that was broadly going to be your opinions on it. For me, man, everything about this game is underwhelming.
You know, I can understand that.
Everything about this game is less than I was hoping.
Yeah, I can very much understand that.
I thought the battle system. I thought the battle system would be a little more actiony than it is.
Yeah,
because it's kind of
slow.
It's really slow. The way they showed it off, it was always stuff was happening in the battle, but we didn't usually see the interface with it. So we just saw everybody moving around minus the interface. The wild zones themselves are underwhelming as hell.
Oh my god, they're terrible.
The wild zones,
they're so bad.
The wild zones, frankly, suck.
No, they're terrible. They are terrible. Have you unlocked the other 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They're all terrible. All 10. They're terrible. And
yeah, the wild zones. I don't enjoy the wild zones. It's like the open worldness of it, or the open city, being able to run around and do whatever you want. That'd be great. There's just nothing to fucking do.
Yeah. No, it's pretty limited.
You start to it's like even when you unlock the side quests and that, most of the side quests are whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm busy. Can you walk my Pokemon down to the cafe? Or, hey, you need to go. Or it's like, hey, Pokemon's sick. You need to go find the thing for it. It's like, okay, yeah, I can go do that. More often than not, it's, hey, walk my Pokemon down there and have a little cutscene for a couple minutes. And then I'll come back and that's the end of the quest. Or it's, hey, just battle me.
Right.
It's like, okay, well, this was unnecessary.
Yep.
Walking around and just seeing Pokemon in the city is kind of cool. I will say as well, I'm not a big fan of they have all the scaffolding around with all the colorful screws that you have to get.
I know.
Not a huge fan of that.
I agree.
And I didn't know what you did with them for a while. Found the guy that you trade for him, that you trade with him. It's just an annoying system, frankly.
Yep.
Because what do you do with it's like you trade the colorful screws to get more XP, more XP for battles, more gold for battles.
Yep.
There's a take less your character takes less damage for getting hit. It's like, okay, well, just added a mechanic of annoyance, basically. And it's like it's also a game not made for platforming. And you're making me platform.
Yep.
But yeah, so far I'm finding enjoyment while playing the game just by running around and kind of doing stuff. I'm like 8-ish hours in. I've got the 10 zones unlocked. I'm not very far in the story because I've been trying to do side quests. And when I unlock the wild zones, I'm trying to catch everything that's available in them.
Yep.
Before I go and do anything else. And then trying to just wander around and find Pokemon. It's like, so far, the most fun thing I've had happen in the game was I was just wandering around at a low level, walked down an alleyway, and had a bunch, like, found the Scraggy gang.
Yeah, I found that too. They beat the shit out of me.
And it's like, that's been the most interesting thing that I've done so far
Yeah, yeah.
in, like, close to 9 hours of playing the game, and
Yep.
it's like, yeah, I can find enjoyment in it because it's a Pokemon game. I can generally find some sort of enjoyment out of it,
Exactly. That's been me.
but it's different because it's like Scarlet and Violet. All the problems they had aside, it was the most enjoyable Pokemon experience I had in a long time. And it's like, and I said it's probably up there as my favorite generation based off that first playthrough
Great gen.
of
I won't hear anything otherwise from people.
playing it. It's like if you took the technical like the technical aspects out of it and all the problems with that were just technical problems, and now with the Switch 2, you play it and everything runs great. Great game.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun to play. But man, we go from that and now we're playing this. It's like this game had some potential. And like battle system aside, because I don't particularly enjoy the battle system. At this
It's fine for what it is.
at
It gets me by.
at this point, the battle system for me is just man, I hope I one shot everything because this is annoying.
I can understand that. Trust me. And your complaints with like how the game is underwhelming. That's where I'm really at. Of I can already see the light at the end of the tunnel that this is a one and done for me. Because like the wild areas that I mean, they're the only saving grace that I had is what I talked about of like the one really cool and fascinating thing about the game is having that feeling of seeing, okay, this is what it would actually look like in a game of if Pokemon and people coexisted together in an area. Because obviously we've never had that in the games. We've seen it in the anime and the animated movies, and that's it. So like that's been my one thing I keep trying to repeat to myself. It's like, okay, well, this is at least a cool way to view the world of Pokemon, but thank God it's a one off.
Yeah.
That's thank God this is a one off. Because like if this was the normal of the future, GG's. But like I'm fine with a one off like this because it's cool, it's different, it's cool for what it is being different. But it's definitely not cool if it was going to stick around. I don't want this sort of
Yeah.
idea to stick around.
I I would rather see
He's got a mic problem.
yeah, you go for a minute.
Yeah. No, like the wild areas are truly like underwhelming. Like when I first got into them and I'm kind of going through them and I'm seeing the size of it, it's just like, wow, this is crap. And I finally, and once I got all 10 and I'm going through and getting all the Pokemon, that's when I was just like, all right, I know everything's supposed to take place in Lumio City. Like I get we're not leaving the city. Is there somewhere else that I can go? And there is, but I looked at it, I'm like, this is still not like I'm underwhelmed as hell by this. Like the
Yeah.
only place you're gonna be able to go is the sewers. And I'm like, okay, I
Well, yeah, it's
guess.
like even then, it's like you run around the city, but it's like running around the city. It's cool once.
Yeah.
I don't run around the city anymore. I've ran around the city. I was unlocking all the fast travel points. So now, whenever I have to go somewhere, it's like unless the game makes me walk somewhere, I'm like I'm teleporting to the closest place to it and running directly there
Yep.
and interacting with whoever I need to interact with, and then I'm teleporting to where I need to go next. Because it's the idea is to walk around the city and see the interactions, but you walk around the city and it's mostly static NPCs that have a dialogue that pops up over their head that's the same every time.
Yep.
And it is cool to play. I mean, it's cool when you walk around and see it the first time, but then it's like you realize, okay, well, that's just the guy standing next to the same Pokemon he's going to be standing next to the entire time I play this game.
Yep.
So it is what it is, and it's
Agreed.
one where man, I've never played a Pokemon game before either, where they just give you so many Pokemon.
Oh, I know, right?
It's like I've within a couple hours of playing the game, I had all the Kalos starters. I was given
One of the
It's like I
Kanto.
was given one of the Kanto starters. I just did a side quest. I've got a Riolu now. It's like everywhere you go, people just hand you their Pokemon,
Yep.
or it's like you interact with somebody and they're like, oh, it's like you help me here, have this Pokemon. It's like
Yep.
I've been. It's like been given as many Pokemon as you have in the wild zones.
Mm.
It's like, come on.
Yep. 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 And, also with just like the city itself and just like feeling kind of underwhelming, I think a lot of it also goes into where there was clear development issues because this was obviously a Switch 1 and a Switch 2 game. Cause like, I know a lot of people are harping on it quite a bit. And for the most part, I can look past it because it's like, I mean, it's just kind of a cherry on top thing. But I don't know. The more and more I'm getting into it, I can't stop looking at the wallpaper buildings. Have you noticed that too? Like, it's egregious. Like, I'm just like, God, normally I can look past stuff like this, but it's like this is a little ridiculous. There's like
I
nothing in this city.
I haven't paid too much attention to it because I realized very quickly that yeah, it's a big open city that you can run around in. Yeah, like ten places you can go inside.
Yep.
So it's like I realized that very quickly because like within an hour of starting the game, like you kind of told it's like, okay, we'll go here to progress. You can run around the whole damn city if you want to at that point.
Yep.
I ran around the whole city and I was like, oh, there's not a lot for me to do at this point. And then it was one where you find the 5 wild zones. I'm like, is this it? And you progress a little further. It's like, oh, okay, well, I got 5 more, but where's all the Pokemon?
Yep. Makes you miss Scarlet and Violet, don't it?
It's like it's one where I'm like, man, Gen 10 can't come quick enough.
Right.
It's like this is because it's one where this is underwhelming for me extremely. And I just look back to when like Legends Arceus came out. Legends Arceus came out, man, we were having so much fun.
True.
This is out, and I'm like, man, I'm playing it.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like I'm playing it. It's like I'm not having. It's like I'm not having a bad time, but I wouldn't say I'm having a blast
yeah, I would.
compared to everything else I've been playing in the last month. I
Yeah.
look at this and I'm like, this is pretty far and away the least interesting game I've played in the last month.
I mean, dude, trust me, I can get it because like a lot of the fun that I'm having is that it's a new Pokemon experience. Like
That
that's it, and
it's
I'm
like
just like, yeah,
that's all it has going for it.
yeah,
And I don't want to compare the games, but it's the most recent game that I've played, and I've been playing a lot of it. But goddamn, going from Digimon Story Time Stranger to Pokemon Legends ZA, it's a stark difference.
the 15 hours I've played of Digimon Time Stranger, I can agree with you.
It's like I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, this is the new Pokemon game we got compared to this is the new Digimon game we've got. And Time Stranger has its problems,
True.
but like it has its problems. But they ain't nothing like this. Maybe Legends will grab me as I continue to play it. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be a game where I'm like chomping at the bits to continue playing it and finish it. It's like I'll play it in bits here and there, but it's not going to the like I played like 8-9 hours of it
Hmm.
to have a little bit to talk about with it. This will be one that I play for a few hours here and there. I'm not focusing on sitting down and like just maining this game until I finish it.
Hmm.
This is just going to be like a background game for me that I play over time because yeah, maybe by the end of it something will grab me and make me want to play it more.
Hmm.
But it hasn't happened yet, and I would assume 8 hours into a game that should happen.
Right. Also, what rank are you in that ZA Royale thing? I'm wondering if you got to the.
Like B maybe.
Okay, so have you met? So you reached the
I'm
point where you have to battle
B,
Vinny, right?
Y, X, W, B. Think I'm at V.
Okay, yeah.
I've
So
only done a few ranks. I've mostly been running around throughout the nights, like in the wild zones,
right.
and like running around the city to see if there's to try to find where all the Pokemon are.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and spoil something for you and for anyone listening because it's very early in the game. I mean, it is, and it's being talked about pretty heavy. So you're probably going to come across it regardless. But like one of the big like marketing things for the game is this whole ZA Royale, right?
Fucking sucks.
Yeah, no, Pokemon just has you skip the entire thing basically.
I assumed it would because
Yeah.
it would take too goddamn long.
Yeah, correct. So if you're at V, the next promotion you're gonna get is you're gonna go from V to F.
I assume so because every person I've talked to has told me, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, all my Pokemon are like around level 30.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way that this would continue at a reasonable pace would
Is
be
a
if we
big skip.
skip all the letters. Plus, everybody in the city is telling me, "Oh, you're around. You'd be good enough for G rank right now." It's
Right.
like, well, yeah, you're not. If that's the case, they're not gonna sit here and make me battle through 20 goddamn letters.
Yeah, no, that has people very back and forth on it, where it's just like, okay, so you create a core idea of the game that's so boring you make us skip it, but then there's also the people like what you're saying of it's boring and it would be boring to do this 26 times.
Well, yeah,
Skipping it was the right play.
because it's like when I show up to a battle zone, when I actually do it, I show up to a battle zone and I walk around and all I do is I run around and I collect 3 cards that I can do in one attack. And then I walk up and I one shot every whoever I'm battling, I one shot all their Pokemon and I gain as many points as I can per battle so I can be there the least amount of time.
Mhm.
And then as soon as I get enough points, I leave and I go back to trying to explore and find where the Pokemon are supposed to be.
Yep.
Because man, for a city that's supposed to be full of Pokemon, fucking hard to find.
Yep.
It's hard to find new ones.
Yeah, that's been my struggle recently. And then I also come to find out how you get the shiny charm is not even completing the dex.
No, it's completing
The Mabel's research,
the
which
research
is
notes. I saw that immediately.
yeah,
Like,
I didn't see. I didn't scroll all the way down. I didn't care.
shit's super easy to do. By
It
the
is.
way, too.
Yeah, I'm at like I mean I'm halfway there. I'm at 25.
I was gonna say I'm like I probably have 6 or 7 hours less than you do in the game. I'm at 22.
Yeah, I'm at 25, so it's not hard.
It's like because all like she just has the challenges are like catch 3 fire type Pokemon, and then you do that. She's like, oh, I have a new research for you, and it's like catch 5,
Yep.
and then it's like, oh, well, catch 10,
Yep. Now catch 15.
and you do that. It's like you just fly through the ranks
Yep.
of that because the numbers just keep going up.
Yep. Survey each wild zone, you get some there. I don't know. Like to put it in perspective for anyone listening that have not played the game, the by far most interesting part of the game to me when I went to the museum. I thought the museum was so cool. To really put it in perspective on like how underwhelming the game is. The most interesting part to me was the museum.
Walking in the museum and doing the little side quest
Yeah.
where you have to find like the 12
Yeah.
whatever the hell they're called
Yeah,
that are just
skew paw.
yeah, that are just scattered around
Yeah.
in funny little spots. It's like you're right. That's the best part of the game.
No, like I enjoyed every bit of that. I enjoyed the obviously all of the Hisuiya stuff. Like that's where I was just like when I walked into that room, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And I had a great time in the museum. I had a great time in the museum, brother. That was probably the highlight of the game so far for me was the museum.
Yeah, they're trying to make it. It's like they keep making me talk to the other members of the team to try to make me care about them. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They want me to do the ZA Royale. I'm just doing it because the game's making me.
Right.
It's like I hit points where it's like to progress you have to do this, and I'm like I'm gonna keep going through the night doing my own thing, and until I realize that I have to do it, even though I know I have to do it.
Right. Right.
I don't enjoy the battling. The thing is too the battle system as a first iteration is fine.
Yep.
If they take this battle system and make it because it looks like they're trying to do a hybrid turn-based combat action system, can be cool. If in the next Legends game or in Gen 10, if we have a battle system that is an iteration of this that is more interesting, I'm there for it.
Right.
This version of it is
Lackluster.
it is just fine.
Yeah.
It is
Like I said, it gets the job done.
it is there. It is at times, arguably, the battles arguably could be faster than the traditional turn-based combat system, which is fine. I don't mind that. Uh, but if they're gonna try to do something similar to this in the future, they're gonna have to make it significantly better.
I agree 1000%. Something else I want to get your thoughts on because obviously this has been a talking point for a while. At least this game, the last Legends, Gen 9, Gen 8. It's been a pretty notable talking point. But this game, I feel like it's really coming out, and I can really agree. What is your thoughts on them still not doing any form of voice acting? Because like for me with Pokemon, I don't really give a shit. I don't. But the way some of these cutscenes are designed, oh boy, it feels like there should have been voice acting for at least certain cutscenes. You know what I mean? Like it's fine if you want to do, you know how games have certain things that are cut voiced and a lot of things just, oh, they'll make a noise and you read. Like that's totally cool. But man, there are some scenes where it's just like, I feel like this should have been voiced.
At this point, it's kind of egregious.
Okay, because I'm glad you feel that way because that's how, because like I feel like we're kind of at an egregious point because like it was almost immediately it was noticeable where it was like Tawny and you were walking, there was those like three guys in the battle zone and she's like, we're just trying to get the hotel. That whole scene, the body language, the movement, everything about that cutscene, I was like, feels like this should have been voiced. Like I feel like this should have been voiced.
The other thing is, you can't you can do character interactions and character-based stories without voice acting.
Correct.
Pokemon doesn't know how. They're trying to do a character motivated story here. It's not working because I don't care. It's like if you want to do character motivated stories, it helps if you do voice acting. And the fact that it's one of those things. Pokemon is like the most profitable IP in the world. How do we not have voice acting yet? How do we not have voice acting? How do we have how do we have how have we been waiting on this game for a couple years now, and we have a big empty city?
Yep.
That has a dozen buildings that we can enter.
Yeah. So like with all the Pokemon leak that we'll go over here in a bit, there was some like prices of games, like of game development and stuff, and a lot of things like the entire Scarlet and Violet DLC apparently cost more than all of Legends Arceus, which was also because of a bug. But it cost more than that. So like the prices that were coming out. So like as you know, we've talked about this before. AAA games have reached unbelievable heights, like Spider-Man costing 280 mil or like 400 mil or something crazy. Apparently, all these Pokemon games, like Pokemon keeps them around like 3 to 4 mil or something like that, like something ridiculous. And it's just like you can't bump this up to like a $10 million budget and like maybe get voice acting, better models, better, the game runs better. We can't bump the budget up a little bit. You're the most profitable IP in the world, and you spent $2 million on a game.
Yeah, it's
like that's egregious.
It's one where it depends on the way that you're trying to tell the story. Because like Legends Arceus, that is a game that without voice acting makes sense.
It works.
It's not necessarily a serious story. It's more of a goofy, like, series of happenstances that occur in that game.
It's basically an isekai. Let's be honest.
This game is trying to have you meet characters, learn about them, learn their histories, and work together with them to achieve a goal. I don't know why the player character would give a shit. It's like you fell in. It's like you showed up into a city you got drug around by somebody who pulled you into a battle zone at night, and since they managed to get you out of it, now you're trying to pay them back.
Yep.
Why?
Yeah, and it's like you get asked by I think Naveen or whatever, I don't remember. It's just like, oh, why are you doing this? And your two options are either for that character or for the city, and it's also like you're new to the city, so it's like you don't have a clear connection motivation to either answer. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm here. I'm doing it because I'm being told to by the game.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one where overall Pokemon Legends EA, fine.
Yeah. Like I said, I already see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm gonna have fun while playing it because it's a new Pokemon game. I will never touch this game again. That's what it's gonna be for me up front because that's just what it is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this game is kind of shining a spot on the fact that Pokemon non-mainline games, like non-new generation games, shouldn't be taken as seriously, or you
Right.
shouldn't expect as much, which is unfortunate, because that just means that we're kind of settling for the quality that we have
Hmm.
with this game, which, like we said, if you're a Pokemon fan, you're going to find enjoyment out of the game. If you're not a Pokemon fan and you're looking to jump into it, you'll probably have fun for a couple hours and then decide you don't want to play the game anymore.
Quite possible.
So it's one where the game is fine, but I don't like where it's leaving non-mainline Pokemon games. Because yeah, you could say this is technically categorized as a mainline
In
Pokemon game.
Pokemon's eyes, yeah.
It is considered a mainline Pokemon game, but when the general Pokemon fandom talks about mainline games, we're talking about Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
And we would consider the next mainline Pokemon game Gen 10,
Correct.
which means the next
It's just
Legends
how our
game.
brain is
Yeah,
wired.
the next Legends game, the next offshoot game,
Yeah.
whatever it is, we're gonna have to have lower expectations for it to be able to get as much enjoyment out of it.
Correct. Yeah. No. Potential hot take for people. I don't know because like again, it is categorized as a mainline game. I view both Legends games in the same realm of how I view Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gala Darkness. Fine standalone games.
Yeah,
Great time. You'll have fun. You'll have fun playing the
well,
game.
I categorize all of those games in the same way that I would say, like, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were.
Yeah. True.
They are Pokemon games, but they are not the main. They are not why I'm a Pokemon fan.
Yeah, it's the trademark generation games, turn-based combat, et cetera, et cetera. Not the gimmicky stuff. While you enjoy it on occasion, it's not it's not the main thing you're here for.
Yeah.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, it's one where we'll see. We'll see if my opinion changes when I finally just
Yep.
manage to beat the game. But it's one where, for right now, it's fine.
Yeah. No, it's fine and it will be fine. That's it.